Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wind Down with your girl Breezy J.
And your girl, Miss Leah.
We hope that you are ready to join us for this week. We know we missed y'all last week,
Yeah,
so
we missed you
yes, we
guys.
definitely missed y'all. So we are definitely ready to turn up this week. First of all, we want y'all to follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, Wind Down Wednesdays. Join our group on Facebook, The Wind Down. Also check out the station's Facebook and Instagram, WTTS Radio. And be sure to check out WTTSradio.com for, any upcoming things that's going on and, to check out any other shows on the station.
Absolutely. So, the wine of the day.
Yes, let's get into it because y'all definitely need to grab y'all glasses and grab your wine so that y'all can wind
ready
down
to wind down. We got to wind down a little extra tonight.
Yes.
Since we missed y'all last
Exactly.
week.
So we're going to do a double dose.
Wind down on your own, but it ain't the same.
Exactly.
It ain't,
exactly.
It ain't the same for us without you.
Yes.
So, we are drinking
Sutter Home,
Breezy J's favorite.
Exactly.
Moscato.
We got some of that red in the building this week. So y'all go ahead and get y'all favorite wine or whatever you have in the house, and be sure to check us out. Today's discussion is definitely going to be a good one.
And I want to shout out to Lola Marks. One of
our followers.
One of our followers, viewers. Our dedicated,
yes,
hands down dedicated followers. Yes. She actually we put the question out there and she suggested the topic.
Yes. So shout out to you.
Shout out to her. Shout out to
we
you.
Listen to y'all. So if y'all go ahead and just let us know what y'all want to hear.
Exactly. So definitely leave a comment if you are a part of the group, the Wind Down. Leave a comment there on our Facebook page, Instagram, anywhere, any of our pages. Let us know what it is that you guys want to hear about. We definitely want to talk about what you want to hear about.
Exactly.
So we're always open to new ideas.
Yes. So shout out to y'all for real.
Shout out to y'all and be sure to leave us comments.
Yes.
So anyway, to get into, I like to call the topic for me is, I consider it the great debate.
The great debate. Okay.
It is a great debate. It is something that I think that we have been debating for a long time.
Exactly. And I know y'all out there like, what are they talking about?
This or that.
Exactly. We titled this versus that.
Yes.
So we're not going to just touch on one thing in particular. We're going to try to touch on a few things, tonight. One being light skin versus dark skin. The other being natural
hair versus
relaxed
hair.
Or yes.
Exactly.
All of that, like she said, the great debate.
Especially within the African American community.
Yes.
It is something that I think, it just seems like we can't get away from it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And it's almost as if it's kind of like a black or white thing within our own community.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
It certainly is. So.
We definitely thought that was something, very important for us to, discuss because we love all our ebonies and our ivories.
Exactly. And ebony ivory mixes.
Exactly.
All
we
of
love
that.
y'all. Yeah, we love you all. We love you all. So, I basically want to ask you, how do you personally feel about the comparison of the two as far as or light skin versus
dark skin? How do I feel? I don't quite understand the comparison. I don't understand its purpose, and I often try to figure out where it comes from.
Exactly, yes.
Like, where did this originate? And so, in knowing that we were doing the topic of the show, I kind of did a little bit of research and I found, somebody, who had talked about the topic before, and they were saying how it kind of originated in slavery days.
Yeah, which is what I automatically thought.
Right.
The light skinned ones are the house slaves. The dark skinned ones are the ones doing all the work.
Exactly.
Whereas you're all slaves at the end of the day.
Right.
Nobody was there by choice. So it's not like the light skinned people chose to be in the house.
Right.
And the darker skin chose to be outside. That's
right.
where you were put. So it's kind of like you're joining forces with the slave masters in hating each other.
That is true. That's a very good point. And I think that also, but to go back, a little bit, how the light-skinned blacks came to be.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And she was talking about how, it's like Willie Lynch or whatever his name is, whoever that is, whatever his name is, I'm sorry, but how they had sex with the slaves, which made these lighter blacks, and then it then became the lighter skinned ones became the house blacks and all this other stuff. Anyway, like I said, I don't understand the comparison. I don't understand why we continuously, our culture carries this on. You know, like I just don't understand its purpose.
Nobody else puts more on it than we do. You know what I mean? We're the ones that's really putting the light on this particular topic.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, and then, but you know, sometimes outer race. I was gonna say sometimes, not sometimes, but other races. You know.
Compare the light
skin versus dark skin. You know, the light skinned black woman or black child is considered to be prettier than the brown skin, the dark skin, you know, child. Or, you know, sometimes when, you know, you have a lighter skinned child, they might be mixed.
Yes.
You know, and then their hair texture and all of that. So, you know, the beauty is usually seen in the lighter skin than the darker skin. And
which is so untrue. I mean, like, I feel like we all have our personal opinions, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, there's no such thing as an ugly person. I mean, but, you know, I believe it's all about preference. You're right. There is no such thing as an ugly person, because what you think is ugly, somebody may think is beautiful. Right. So, you know, I understand it in that aspect, but I also understand that we all have our own opinions on what we think is beauty and what we think is pretty and, you know, things of that nature. So what I also think is that we have to be careful with, just because you prefer light skin or you prefer dark skin doesn't mean that the opposite is like any less of.
And, you know, it's not less than. Exactly.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of people, you know, don't have types. So it's like when you see,
no
you know, exactly.
I don't really have a type.
No.
So if you bad, you white and bad, you black and bad, you Asian and bad, you light skin and bad, you dark skin and bad.
You're good.
It don't matter.
You're good. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about preference. So I really don't think that it should be, you know, a comparison of the two. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just don't. I personally don't like it. You know, I guess I would consider myself kind of in the middle. I'm not dark skinned. I'm not necessarily like red bone either or whatever. But so I can't really, you know, say, well, I feel this type of way or I feel that type of way.
Right.
I just don't. I look at all of us as beautiful black women, and regardless, or men,
because there is, you know, the light skin, dark skin
with the curly hair, and like, and it's just like, really, I mean, like I say, it's all about preference.
Yeah,
what you prefer. It's not necessarily what something is better than the other. It's about, you know,
and this whole light skin, dark skin thing, it creates an unnecessary division. Like, I feel like there's already so many things against us.
Yes.
You know, and there are already so many things against us and things that we kind of we already separate ourselves as a community already for whatever, you know, going back to talking about support.
Yes.
You know, and we are already divided as a community. This is just one more thing.
Yes.
To further divide us. Like, seriously.
Absolutely.
Like, I just want to hold hands. Like, can we all just get along?
Exactly.
You know, like, it's just an unnecessary division.
Yes, it is. It is. I mean, because, see me, like I say, I think it's all about preference, and you can't. It's an unnecessary argument when it comes to opinion and preference, because you're never going to win.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
My thing is, you have an argument or you debate over factual things. Like, we're going to have a conversation about our opinion, but we're not going to argue about it, because nobody's going to come out the winner. I'm not going to change your mind. You ain't going to change my mind.
That's true.
That's true.
If you were Gemini, we'd probably be able to see both sides of the point, but
because that's just how we do.
But exactly.
Everybody ain't born in May and June, so
you know, I mean, and that's true, but it's no real reason to compare.
No, none
you
whatsoever.
Know, I mean, I just don't really understand that.
Yeah, at all.
So to move on a little bit, has anyone ever made a reference to you in terms of, you know, your lighter or thinner?
No. Not that I can think of. No one has ever personally made a reference to me and, you know, my skin tone. But I have heard things of, like, I mean, I recall even at a younger age myself, like, oh, I only like light skinned guys. You know, that's just what I noticed as a younger age that I was attracted to. You know what I mean? And my mother, I still recall my mother like telling me like, Bree, you might want to,
don't sleep on that chocolate.
You might want to step out a little bit and
broaden your horizons.
Going on. Yeah, because she was like that, light skin ain't just what it's all about.
Right.
And so, and it's like almost as if like she spoke to me and brought it into fruition. Yes, because I immediately met a darker skinned guy that I just immediately thought was finer than any light skinned dude that I had ever messed with. So I was just like, oh, okay.
Right.
So, I think it's all about preference, and it's all about, and then, and what looks good to you, not necessarily skin tone. It could be, the way they dress. It could be the way, their hair is, their shape up. So, no, I haven't personally, gotten anything put towards me about, skin tone or anything like that. But I have made reference to it before and then learned my lesson. Like, okay, that was just what I was dealing with at the time.
Right.
I didn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't looking. But once you start looking, you open your eyes. It's like,
Now for me, I have had people, make reference. Now everybody, like growing up, a lot of people consider me light skinned.
Yes.
I don't consider me, and this is a fight or argument that I have with a lot of my friends. I don't consider myself. I am lighter skinned.
Yes.
Yes. But when I think light skin, I think of a quote unquote red bone. I guess that is why I'm like, I'm not light. I'm toffee.
Yes. I'm toffee, honey. I'm purple. I am not no red bone.
Nothing wrong with like, but like back in the day when, they used to say, "Oh, you a light skin."
Saying that kind of puts it out there like, honestly, why can't we say, I don't care what you reference me as, I'm a black woman.
Right, but this is what I was saying. Like back in the day, like now it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But like back in the day, I didn't really want to be associated with light skin because why? Light skin had this stigma.
Yes. That they were stuck up.
Better than everybody else was stuck up or whatever the case may be. So back then I'm like, I don't really want to, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yes.
And that's not the only reason why I said I'm not light skinned. I am lighter skinned, clearly.
Yes.
I'm an NC45 and Mac. That ain't that light. It's just not that light. So, I mean, I consider myself a toffee, caramel.
Type of sister.
Not like I don't even know what the comparison would be, but.
Exactly. I guess not like a tannish type. Because when you think of tan, that's like a lighter, real light. Yes. Yeah, it's like a lighter color. And I mean, I understand that, because, just in America, in society anyway, you know what I mean? It's conversations are brought up about, what do you consider yourself? Or, you're light skinned, or, you're dark skinned, which I don't think is necessarily a problem. What I think it becomes a problem is when you're saying like, oh, you're pretty for a dark girl. Or.
Yes. I've never understood that. So of course, being of the lighter tone, not of course, but I haven't heard that.
Yes.
But I have a lot of brown and dark skinned friends that have all heard that at some point in time.
And that's ridiculous to me.
Like, I don't, like, what does that mean? What do you mean by because my skin is darker? Like I can't be cute.
So all dark skinned women or dark skinned men are ugly. And out of all of them, you that pretty one.
You the one, right?
Yeah,
right.
And I'm just like, what? I mean, and then that sounds so, you know what I'm saying, ignorant to me because of the simple fact that I know you have not seen every dark skinned person in America or in the world for you to be like, oh, you pretty for a dark skin.
But it's a comparison of what they've seen. So I'm like, every dark skin.
And you're tight. I mean, because the past 20 dark skinned men or women that you saw may not have been your type, but they're with somebody while you're still out here looking for someone and they're off married or in a happy relationship with somebody. So it's not necessarily you're pretty for a dark skinned girl. You're pretty because you're my type. You know what I mean? I'm feeling you. So I just don't like that reference. And it kind of brings me to, the little bit of research that you did.
Oh, yeah.
With that whole, I guess you're pretty for a dark skinned girl or you're this or that, privileges.
Exactly. So I found, I did a little bit of research on the topic and came across this blog called The Bougie Black Girl. And on it, she has this article about different privileges that light-skinned Black people have that dark-skinned Black people don't have. You know, so it's like a list of 30 things, which I am not going to go through all 30 things, but one of the things she says it's automatically assumed, as a light skin, it's automatically assumed that you are more intelligent than the darker members of your racial group.
Oh yes, that is definitely a stigma that, you know, because you're lighter, you're more educated. I mean, which that makes no sense to me at all, because I think one of the top rated like nursing divisions is African women, men and women who are dark, you know what I'm saying? Darker skin. And to me, you got to be damn smart to be nursing me back to health. Shit. I mean, like, you know a little bit more than mine, though. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that that's necessarily true. Look at some of the occupations, like some of these hard occupations that the average person wouldn't put the time and the effort in to go to school for 8 years to get that degree and become that profession. So it's definitely a stigma that just because you're born lighter,
right? I don't understand that it's better.
Yeah, exactly. You're automatically born with all the good genes in your brain. What the hell?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with skin tone, color, anything like that. It is all about the drive, the ambition, and dedication, of course,
and your upbringing.
So even that. So to hear that, it just baffles me.
Yes.
It totally makes no sense.
None
it makes
whatsoever.
No sense.
So we definitely don't agree with that one.
Exactly. Another one is, like we talked about a few minutes ago, not being told that you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. So the light skin, you know, you don't hear that.
Exactly. You don't have to wear, you're pretty for a light-skinned girl or a light-skinned guy, because 9 times out of 10, that is what, you know, is the pretty version of the Black people. Right. Is a light-skinned guy with curly hair, or the light-skinned girl with the curly hair who looks, whatever. I guess, like what they call it, you know, exotic. You know what I mean? As if a dark-skinned girl can't look exotic. Like, we have dark-skinned people from different countries that you would think are probably Black people, but they're from, you know, different countries in the world. So it's just like, really?
Right. You have a better chance of landing a job than a darker person with the same credentials. Now, that
goes with color.
I was going to say that just goes with race.
Watermelondra. What was that one?
Watermelondria.
That Raven crazy self. Like,
Raven
don't
Simone.
judge somebody off of their name. Don't judge somebody off of their skin.
See, but that's the thing. Like, if you don't look a certain way on paper,
right.
9 times out of 10, well, more often than not, I think that you'll be passed over.
Exactly.
You know, if not even if your credentials don't line up, but if your name is of any kind of,
I can't even pronounce it,
ethnic name, then, you know, not always. But, you know, people are going to be like, oh, shoot, I can't pronounce that. Exactly. Or he's automatically,
when I called to offer them the interview,
automatically.
What do I address them as? I'm going to just flip over it. And that's ridiculous to me.
It could be Mr. So-and-so until you get to know how to pronounce his name correctly.
I have your resume in front of me, and I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce your name. Right. Can you help me out with that?
But nobody wants to humble themselves
that I need
to do that.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to humble themselves. Some people just don't want to humble themselves to do that. You know, so that's going to be the struggle. Another one is not having people in entertainment making songs or comments disrespecting your skin color.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So, you know,
rappers
disrespecting the Black, you know, the darker
guy
skin
named
Black
Young Bird about the dark butt comment he made.
Oh.
Like, I don't.
A few years back, right?
A few years back. I mean, but stuff like that sticks. You know what I mean?
It doesn't go away.
Exactly. It sticks with you forever. And I mean, and then it's like you see a beautiful Black dark skinned woman out there that won't show you the time of day because they remember that you said that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dark butt you were talking about on the radio. Exactly. So nah, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So you passed up on your sweetheart, you know what I mean? Your soulmate, because you want to be ignorant.
Exactly.
So yes, it is definitely a lot of references about dark skin, and I guess, you know, wanting the light skin, you know, pretty red bone, all of that stuff, you know.
Well, let me tell you, I've seen some red bones. And all of them not so pretty.
Put together.
Yes. It's just this idea. But where, like my question is, like, where did this idea? I mean, we say it back into the slave days, but
why is it still around?
Why is this idea still floating around that this is better than that? These people are prettier than the other. The light skin is just better.
Exactly.
Like, what is it?
Right.
What is it that we're doing or seeing to keep this alive?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's hard, to actually pinpoint it. So we definitely want to hear from y'all. Hit us up on the Wind Down Facebook. Yeah, Wind Down Wednesdays, Facebook and Instagram. Let us know what you think. Where did this originate, and how can we come together to kind of end it?
Exactly. Why do we continue it?
Exactly. Why do we continue it? Mm-hmm. So on that note, y'all go ahead and check this out. We're gonna take a break, and we'll definitely be back right after this.
Hey, welcome back to the Wind Down. It's me, Miss Leah.
And your girl, Breezy J.
Then we want to go ahead and jump back into the conversation.
Yes,
so definitely. We're talking about light versus dark, this versus that.
Yes.
And, just to continue the conversation on, we were talking a little bit about light skin being better than dark skin and things like that. And the question I have, which is probably clear, but can that be offensive, referring to one as better than the other?
Definitely. It definitely can be offensive. I think some people may not think that it is. Some of the ignorant people out there may not think that it's, offensive, because they're like, some people are just stubborn and stuck in their ways, and it's like, oh, but it's true. You know what I mean? And it's like, how is it true? You know what I mean? Like I say, this is a fact of opinion, a matter of opinion, not a fact. I'm sorry. But this is a matter of opinion, not a fact. So it's like, how can you just say like, oh, but it's true? So in my opinion, yes, it is highly offensive to compare, skin tone. Yeah. Because I didn't choose to be born like this. I mean, like if I could go out and get darker skin, I probably would, because, just because, or if I could go out and get light, but that's not the case.
And I wonder if, to come off a little bit, I wonder if a darker skinned person who has dealt with that kind of discrimination or anything, like, wishes to be lighter and wonders if there is no struggle for the lighter. And vice versa. Because, where lighter has been considered better in culture and society, there are still stigmas attached to being light skin. Like I was saying before, back in the day, I'm like, I don't want you to call me no red bone. Red, that, there was a stigma of kind of sometimes being like this dumb light skinned chick or this bougie person stuck up, and you still see memes on the gram and Facebook about, I saw one recently, like, how light skinned girls curve the men all the time, and
like as if they're better than any other female. So I don't necessarily need to pay you any attention, because I got other dudes that's gonna give the same thing to me, and I'm just not feeling you right now.
And we know that that's not true for everybody.
Exactly.
So I think where darker skinned people have the issue of being smart for dark skin or cute for a dark skin, the light skinned people have this, have to fight through proving that they're not bougie and
stupid, so it goes both ways. Kinds of stuff. Darker people have to fight through the fact of showing that they're not dumb, or you know what I mean, that I'm not qualified for the job. Exactly. Just as well as the light skinned person has to kind of combat the fact that I'm not bougie, or I'm not dumb, I'm not stuck up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So definitely. And we definitely want to hear from you all, our light skinned, dark skinned counterparts. Let us know. Have y'all ever been affected by this? How did it affect you? All of that. So hit us up on the Wind Down on Facebook and Wind Down Wednesdays. But we're definitely going to move on to kind of another aspect of this versus that.
The next debate.
Yes, which is all about, like we say, natural hair versus relaxed hair, or wigs or weaves or permed hair, or whatever you want to call it. basically like how that is. So do you really think that there is a better choice, like, with, I guess, relaxing your hair or being natural or wearing weaves and wigs?
No, there is no better choice. I mean, I think each way that you wear your hair, there are pros, there are cons, and it all comes down to the word that you said earlier, the P word, preference.
Yes.
It's all into preference, like, I can't say that my hair is better because it's
permed
straight and permed and relaxed, and yours is not, because
exactly.
That's foolish. It's all about preference. Exactly. It's all about, hair is an accessory.
Yes. Especially
so you can do whatever.
Yes, you can do whatever you want to with it. Now, I will say this. I think it's very important to take care of your hair and to ensure that it's healthy. Because it grows from your body. So I definitely think that's important. But I think a lot of people have a misconception that because you wear wigs or weaves a lot, that your hair is just like damaged,
it's
or you
damaged or non-existent.
Exactly. But it's whatever. Like, I mean, some people are just like, hey, it's more of a time thing for me.
It's a time thing. Again, it's an accessory. So with
I can curl it every day and not worry about damaging my hair.
Exactly. So I just think that it's all about preference.
Yes.
It's no better way to do it.
Exactly.
Of course, I think that without the chemicals, of course, that in that
aspect is better.
Exactly.
Right.
Don't not use the chemicals and things on your hair, the sulfates of the shampoos and stuff like that.
Which could go for natural hair, because just touching on that real quick, people will automatically assume that you're talking about chemicals as far as perming or coloring.
No,
it could be a natural curly hair girl could be using the wrong shampoo for her curls.
Exactly.
And taking the nutrition out of her hair.
Right. So, and I switched to your Pantene Pro V's and your a lot of your shampoos in the stores have a sulfate or sulfur dioxide, some kind of chemical in it. I switched to a shampoo that doesn't have it.
Okay.
So that's what I mean, like chemicals, not necessarily relaxers or or even like coloring, things like that. Natural girls color their hair.
There you go.
I think exactly.
Been natural for about 6 years now, and that's something to me that I'm not, and I actually recall somebody making a reference, like see, to me, because I've always had longer hair, like, or what you would consider longer hair, I've never like, it's better. When you have something, you don't have to brag about it, in my opinion. You don't have to necessarily.
And it's always been that way.
When you brag about something, you ain't never had shit. You ain't never had it before. You done just got your hands on it and you are super excited.
The best
so it's
thing.
Like, yes, your hands can't stay out of it. I am nowhere near doing that. But I actually recall somebody making a reference.
Hands can't stay out of it? No, I'm just
I know. I really don't. I really want my shirt to be, straight. But okay, excuse me.
Jokey joke.
But no, someone actually made a reference, like, I have natural hair, this, that, and the third, and they had like color in their hair. So I understand when you say that you're natural as far as no perms, because yes, I don't put perms in my hair. I haven't put perms in my hair for a little over 6 years now. But I do color my hair. Obviously, I'm not naturally blonde. You know what I'm saying? So I obviously color my hair, and then this girl had like highlights in her hair, and and the way that she came off was like, it's so it's so much better because I'm natural. I ain't never had to perm my hair. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, I kind of wanted to pull your card because you're not really 100% natural if you're coloring your hair. What type of shampoo do you use? What type of conditioner do you use? So, you have to kind of do your research and know what you're talking about before you really necessarily start talking.
No, she had no relaxers. She's natural.
She's natural.
Forget the color.
Exactly.
And the
exactly.
All of that.
So, I mean, no, it's definitely one is not better than the other. It is definitely, like you say, about preference. It's about, because I would love to have short hair sometimes, but I would literally have to sew this up and put a cap on it or something and throw a wig on because my stylist is just not willing to compromise with me. She will not cut my hair. No, she's like, wait until you're old and your hair is thinning and you need to cut it. Right. You know, don't cut it now when you don't necessarily need to.
I mean, you cut it and it'll grow back, but
right. But her thing is
right, exactly, and then you'll miss it.
Yeah, so I understand the grass is not, you know, it's always not always green on the other side. So, you know, I definitely don't think that there's a better choice. Right. You know.
So, let me ask. Do you think that have you been judged, or do you think that people are judged because of the way that they choose to wear their hair, natural or relaxed?
Yes, definitely. Now, not necessarily somebody saying like, oh, you perm your hair, or oh, it's natural, but I cannot count the amount of times that somebody has asked me, is that a weave? Or, oh, I thought that was a wig. Oh, that's your hair. Which it does not bother me, because I'm not a type of person that's like, no wigs, no weaves. I've actually had a full sewing in my head before with like a little bit of leave out. Back in high school for the Aaliyah. We had a dedication to Aaliyah for one of our fashion shows. Oh. And I was in that particular fashion show. And even though I had long hair, I kind of wanted it like longer. Yes. So I got a head full of weave sewn in. My mother paid $100 and some odd, girl, on cheap, let's say like a Friday morning. Let's say I got it done Friday morning for the show Friday evening. Sunday morning, that shit was out. Okay, I was like you know the ratchet, yes, the ratchet pat your weave, ladies. I was definitely patting the shit out, and I just couldn't take it, so I took it out. But I've definitely heard that a lot of times, and it's like to the point now where I barely ever hear it now. And I think it's because people automatically assume that it is a wig or that it's weave, which I don't be understanding, because sometimes, Leah, my shit be frizzy, or it just be in a state of natural state, and I'm just like, if it's a wig or a weave, this shit is going to be laid. It's going to have some sultriness in it, some luster. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to look like I just blow dried the shit and left the house. I don't understand.
You got that good
natural looking weave, I guess.
Indian, Brazilian, Moroccan, whatever kind
of hair. Well, have you ever been judged for wearing your hair in a particular way?
No.
Or has somebody ever made reference to, maybe how you wear it or why?
I was gonna say yes. How I've worn it, I've kind of worn usually like my side or middle part, shoulder length since I can remember. Yep. It's just what it is. It's what I like. Yes. I don't really like super curly hair. Right. I don't like, when my hair is curled all the way.
It's crazy because I love when your hair is curled.
She loves when my hair is curled.
I love it.
And I just really don't. Sometimes, special occasions, I'll curl it up. Other than that, it's a regular old side part.
Yes.
Comb it down. It's classic to me.
Yes.
And it's just.
Can't go old with that. Can't go wrong.
Aaliyah, you talk about Aaliyah. Like, I've been rocking my side part, usually side part with the one side since Aaliyah. Like, she started it. It's classic.
She brought that out. Yes.
Exactly. It's classic for me. So that is just how I've rocked my hair. But yes, people have always said, why you don't change your hair? Why you don't change
it up? Especially because, you're the one that would step out there and put weave in your hair. Yeah. So why not try something different?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I kind of get.
If I'm gonna get a weave, if I'm gonna get this weave, I'm gonna get a nice.
Or if you're gonna pay for it, you're gonna get one that you're happy with.
Right. And it's gonna be something that's close to what I want, But I might get it a little longer.
You should rather get longer than shorter, because you can cut it to the length that you want, rather than shortening it and then you can't grow. Exactly. It's not naturally yours. Exactly. It's not going to just grow after a few months. Right. You got to go get a whole new head of hair, and that stuff is expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And it's crazy because at one point, I actually wanted to get into kind of like making my own wigs or like wearing some, and it was just too much. It's an investment, and I was just like.
No, not when you don't have to. You know what I mean? Of course, you want to change it up a little bit, but you don't have to.
Exactly.
But yeah, I have definitely not necessarily been judged on how I've decided to wear my hair, but why do I kind of wear the
why do you switch it up?
It's easy. Why not? It looks 9 times out of 10.
I'm
comfortable. I'll curl it up, and I do curl it.
Exactly.
And I've got somewhere to go.
Exactly.
Want to look a certain way, then I'll curl it, flexi rod, or do all of that stuff.
Depending on the occasion.
Otherwise, it's a regular old wrap and a comb down.
That's right.
But That's just me. I have seen some. I have like a lot of. I don't know. Natural hair seems to be the trend.
Yes.
Now.
Yes. Natural curls.
It seems to be the trend.
Excuse
like
me, y'all. I'm dropping stuff. Excuse me, I ain't going nowhere. I'm here, y'all.
But yeah, natural hair seems to be the trend. And I wonder if I'm not natural, but I wonder if it's like a certain. I don't know, like I see a lot of natural, like Afrocentric, is it like a lifestyle that comes with the natural?
You know whatever
and
it
not
is?
not natural in like natural state, unrelaxed.
Right.
Not just in that, but like natural wearing your hair
curly.
and your natural styles, bantu knots, all of that stuff.
Exactly.
Like, is it a lifestyle that comes with it? Because I
don't think it's necessarily a lifestyle thing, because I think that a lot of people get the stigma from is that if you're naturally wearing your hair, if it's naturally curly, you're healthy, or that you're eating right, you're exercising on a daily basis. And it's like, just because I want my hair healthy, don't mean I want my whole body healthy. Right. No, I'm joking. But that's I'm just joking. But no, that's not always the case. I think it's an epidemic kind of thing. It's like a fad. Epidemic. Like what they call it. Bow Wow just kind of made a reference to to dab. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I dabbed you. I'm sorry. Damn. But no, crazy. I think it's all about kind of like what's hot and popping.
It
is. And natural hair is definitely something that's hot and popping. I love me some natural curls. Yes. I really do.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I have a friend, a former coworker and friend, who has the prettiest, and she is a dark skinned girl.
Ooh,
that's my glamazon. That is my glamazon. She has the prettiest natural hair. Like, she is just gorgeous to me. You know what I mean? All the way around. Hair, skin tone, like beautiful chocolate complexion, like amazing. So she has this, her hair is amazing. So I love it. I commend everybody, all of the natural hair systems.
All of the natural hair systems.
And you're relaxed.
One actual person that I want to shout out, because I always comment on her hair. And if she can do mine one day to get my natural curls like that, is Miss Sheikah Savvy.
Yes. Her hair is gorgeous.
Her hair is gorgeous. Miss Sheikah Butler on Facebook. I mean, it's
hey,
like,
Sheikah.
Yes. It's actually, I actually made a reference to her when I last saw her, like how I miss her orange or blonde or red hair that she would wear, of course, back in high school. I just loved it. But like, she made a reference. She a grown ass woman. She got a job. She can't be, going there looking all crazy with different color hair, but it looks beautiful on her. No matter what color her hair is, and no matter what state it's in, it is gorgeous. Like when she blow dries it and like does like a barrel curl. I am like in love. Yes, I am in love. But yes, on that note, we definitely got to take a break. So we're going to go ahead and let y'all listen to this, and we'll be back in just a minute. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wind Down. We are discussing a topic called This Versus That.
This versus that, the great debate.
Yes, all of that. So we want to go ahead and get into the Wind Down, where we basically talk about, just basically winding it down for y'all at the end of the show. Now, I want to kind of discuss the stereotypes about light skin versus dark skin, which we kind of already touched on. So I kind of want to move on to the natural hair emojis that I had saw come out not too long ago. I know you had made a reference to, you was like, I don't have an Apple, so
I don't have an iPhone,
so I don't
Android.
Have that. Exactly. So, but I don't know about even discriminating against our Apple and Android folks.
That's another this or that for a later date.
I know that's right. It's an actual app that you can download that a young lady. And I should have probably did a little bit more research and found out the young lady's name, but she's an African American young lady who made emojis for the African American women who are natural. So they are different emojis of Black women that have different type of curly hair, long curls, not just the tight fro curls that you see, or
which is
the fro.
Typical natural
exactly. Look. Yes, it is like the put together type of curl where you would think that, you know, you maybe took a barrel wand or something like that, but really that's your natural curl.
Right.
So, you know, definitely check that out on the App Store. I don't even know what to call it, y'all.
Search natural emojis.
Exactly. Afro emojis. And y'all would definitely be able to see it. But, you know, and to kind of wrap up what we were discussing today, we were talking about what, light skin versus dark skin.
Light skin versus dark skin, natural hair versus relaxed hair. You know, pretty much just topics that kind of still, and I don't want to say plague. The light skin versus dark skin thing definitely still plagues the Black community.
Yes.
You know, it's still something that is very, very prevalent. I'm not really sure why this argument still
going
exists. But it does, and I don't see it going away.
Now, kudos though to the whole natural versus relaxed type of situation, because I don't think we as Black people judge each other because of that.
Right.
I think we kind of took that topic just to kind of put it out there that it's okay. You know, you choose what you want to choose.
Okay to have
it's your preference. Exactly.
But
it's
okay to have a preference with something. I mean, you're gonna have. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I'm very proud of the fact that, you know, as Black women and Black men, that we've come a long way to, you know, it was a time where I don't think Black men really necessarily liked natural hair.
And you know what? I meant to touch on that a little bit earlier because I've read articles. It was article like, you know, you write into this editor or whatever, and they answer the question, and it was something about this wife. You know, when they were dating, she was dating her husband. She wore her hair relaxed. She wore straight weaves and things like that. Well, when they got married, she decided to go natural. She did the big chop, which is, you know, chopping off all your hair, starting it over.
Fresh.
Exactly. And he didn't like it. He did not like, was like,
I didn't marry this woman.
I didn't marry this woman. Like, this is different. I didn't, you know, this is not who I married. I don't like this look or anything like that. So, you know, it became an issue in their marriage.
Wow.
Because he's like, I don't like that look.
Yeah.
You know, it changed her. He felt like, you know, her going on this natural journey changed her.
And it kind of does. It kind of does a little bit. You kind of find yourself. You kind of, and I think it changes you in a good way to, you know, accept your beauty, your inner beauty. I think you could be beautiful with straight hair, with weaves, with perms, and with your curls.
Right. And it's that confidence in you.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
And I think that, you know, for me, for that husband and wife situation, I'm like, if she is still, she can find herself and she might change a little, you know, like change in finding yourself, you know, things change with that. But if she is still the woman that you married, like, don't not love her
because she's decided to
chop
her
hair off.
Exactly.
You know, he just didn't like the look on.
Love
he didn't like
her.
the look exactly. So.
Yeah, and you know what? And on that note, you know, we could definitely have to wrap it up for today. You know, that hour definitely went by. It
went by. It's such a big topic.
Yes,
you know,
it did. Yeah, so we had
fun
talking about it. But definitely hit us up on the wind down. Let us know, you know, your thoughts and opinions on this topic, and we'll definitely catch y'all next week, 8:00 here on WTTSradio.com.
Yes, see you then. Thanks for joining us.